colourful on a lovely Tuesday morning. There's no wind, but we have got the sun, and we're in t-shirts, hats and capes, and as we pan round, that's the colourful behind us, and a nice boat following us as well. Here we are on the entrance to Loch. We've got the wind behind us, about 5 knots of wind, but we're going along nice and gently. The sun's out, and we're coming down into the Loch here. This little island on the left there, and then the big island straight to the front of us on our port side. And we're going to make our way down to the bottom to Paul U for the night, where we're going to moor up, and the helmsman come super cook, old Sean's talking about maybe we're going to have a barbecue on the beach. Is that right, young Sean?
Mate.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Good afternoon everyone. We're now sailing, or motor sailing I should say, in the North Minch, making our way across one of the major points to Loch, which we'll go and anchor for the night in here. As we pan out further, we can see on this side the Isle of Skye and the Isle of Rona here as we head south down the Western Isles of Scotland. Just to give you a pan out of what's happening, we're very fortunate. It's a beautiful day, apart from not enough wind. Absolutely silky smooth, just a little bit of wind, 4 knots of wind to help us, but it comes and goes, and you probably can't see very well, but I'll try and point it out that over there in the distance is the Isle of Skye. Pan in a bit, see if that works, and then further down is just the northern tip of the Isle of Rona, which we'll go to hopefully tomorrow and anchor on the south part of that. There's a beautiful anchorage there, reported by one of the most famous sailors in the world, Mr. Hitchcock, but one of the best top 2 in the world. So we'll take his advice on that one, and make our way there the next day. The weather's very settled, not much wind, but we'll take that. Most of the people up here in Scotland are very pleased with the weather. They're not used to it being as bright and as sunny as this, so we're very pleased. We'll keep up to date on our journey south. everybody. We're on our way, having left Loch just before lunch this morning. Had a lovely anchorage down in a place called Badacroll. We came out and followed the line down here across the North Minches. We're now on the west side of Rona, making our way down to an anchorage down here in the little area there you might just be able to see. So we'll just have a quick look outside to see where we are. We're motor sailing. There's very little wind, but the wind's behind us, so we're goose winged. On our right side to starboard is the Isle of Skye, which looks absolutely magnificent. Going all the way down. It's only when you're here you realise the size of some of these islands. They're just absolutely beautiful. And as we pan round, we can see the lighthouse on the north of Rona. It's about another 5 miles or 4 miles to our destination. We've got 4.2 miles to go, which saying we're going to arrive at in about an hour's time. So we'll have a look at this wonderful anchorage when we get there. Entering the Carsaid Moor, which is on the south of Rona. It's quite rocky round here. There's a particular passage to get in where we have to navigate certain points. There's a rock ahead of us which is on our starboard side, so we have to make sure we stay away from that. Just about there. This is one of the best anchorages in the world, which is quite a statement, so we're looking forward to it.
Okay, we're now onto the top of Rona Island. In the background you can see the island, the little island where we came into, or the bay. And now coming up the hill is Neil Marshall. Look at that, eh? Looks like he's just run a marathon. These clocks, what they call them, crocs. But yeah, and then in the background beyond that is the Isle of Skye, which we're going over to later on, which is about 10 miles away.
So we are on the Isle of Rona. It's a beautiful island. We've got Skye on this side and the west coast of Scotland on that side. It's very uninhabited. I think there's one man or a small family that look after deer and some sheep here, and there's a little bay behind here where yachts come in or boats come in and moor up for the night for £15 for the pleasure. It is a beautiful, beautiful but very isolated place. Sailing around Britain, it's always been a dream of mine, to be able to do it and raise money and awareness for the RNLI and also the British Heart Foundation is something very dear to me. Climbing up here, we're quite high up. My heart started pounding, as it should do, it's a muscle, and when I got to the top there's a sense of accomplishment and also that calm that comes through as your heart and muscles all calm down and you enjoy the surroundings. So unlike some people, I'm very lucky to be here. I survived with the help of the British Heart Foundation and some great surgeons and nurse and healthcare people, so I'm living my dream, and this is one of them, to be able to do this. So glad you're here with me and having a look at the wonderful views around us. Still got 4 months to go, so we'll make the most of it. But this is an absolute highlight today, so I thought I was glad to share it.